Anti-Afro Svengalis, you have to make sure that you're nice and settled before you undertake the ride you're going to be going on. It's going to be a big one, people. Let me tell you what's going down. Let me see your handcuffs. Has tried 2 times, 2 direct efforts to throw Derell at me, and it has failed in a miserable, disastrous way. It escalated, it blew up. Friday night, I'm going to play 2 videos for you. They're going to be 2 separate videos. And I'm going to have to give you some context. If you want to go straight to the neutron bombs, the timestamp is underneath the title. If you can't wait for the neutron bombs, click on the timestamp. Let me explain to you what's happening with this dud email non-scandal. The reason why I didn't even pay it much mind, number one, I did not go and look at the screen and read what they claim was from me. Get a date, go back to my system, read to make sure nothing was changed from these emails they claim were from me, because after there was a privacy strike, now they're putting up emails that don't even have any email address on them that could come from anyone. That's the first thing. Number two, I don't do backstage conversations and bring them to the front. To me, that feels extremely odd. That's one of the hallmarks of the profession that I'm in, and that is the way that I was brought up. What occurs between 2 people stays unless by mutual agreement. Otherwise, or if there's a risk issue going on. So it feels odd for me to even be talking about the fact that Let Me See Your Handcuffs claims to have these emails that she's releasing. And also, think about this. When you see an email, if this situation occurs with you, does that mean the email on the screen was a response? Was it initiated by someone else? Who drew up the plan? All of those questions are unanswered because Let Me See Your Handcuffs is just showing you what she says is my email. That's why I don't even pay attention to it. Also, to you, T-Pre, you're incorrect. Let Me See Your Handcuffs was kept away from 98% of our communications. All she has is this gossipy stuff about people in the so-called sector. She was not part of the Umar Johnson strategy. Now, there are a few things that she did on her own. She was kept away from the most sensitive part of what we do because she could not be trusted, and we were warned about it. You would be very shocked to learn who issued those warnings. And I will say, without a doubt, she got up on the panel that you're going to hear later on the second video. It was Positively Hate, I think it's the channel. Got up there, lied straight through her teeth about the copyright situation. I'm just making it clear that she lied. Am I going to get into what it's all about? This is why I don't even pay attention to these emails that she claims are earth-shattering, which they are not. We knew she couldn't be trusted. Now let's talk about the wife situation. You have never heard anti-fraud warriors ever, nor will you ever hear that we are going to put somebody's spouse, child on public display as in a discussion publicly. Now, what you're going to be hearing in a few minutes is a conversation between Gerald and Derell. That was completely orchestrated by AFW for one specific reason. Gerald was getting agitated because Dumpsy kept talking about his wife. So it was set up that way. Gerald gave Dumpsy the option as to whether or not he was going to say his wife's name. We knew he was not going to say the name. So Gerald Palmer added some flair. There was absolutely no plans to go and do a live stream and talk about somebody's wife or child. This is what Let Me See Your Handcuffs and Gory Hell Murray conjured up. They brought this up. They came and put it publicly. Now, had Dempsey thought we were going to be contacting his wife, why didn't he go ham then? Because it wasn't an issue. It wasn't an issue until Gory Hell and Let Me See Your Handcuffs came up on a public stage and spoke about it, which is what anti-fraud warriors do not do. We don't engage in these types of public conversations. This is something that we knew Let Me See Your Handcuffs was going to be doing, which is why she pursued personal information from other anti-fraud warriors. She wanted information about our enemies. Even if we had a phone number for Dempsey's wife, we sure as hell would never give it to her. We have phone numbers of wives and girlfriends of anti-fraud warriors and friends. She doesn't have the information. As a matter of fact, she claimed to be an AFW, and you would be shocked to know who she kept asking for an email on. She was only here to take information as quickly as she could and run back and do a live stream. And that is why she finds herself in the trouble she's in now. She was too quick to run to live streams and run her mouth. So Dempsey is jumping on exactly who he needs to jump on. If there was any type of private conversation, any whatsoever, the person who brings that conversation into the public realm runs many risks. And you see this happening with the Let Me See Your Handcuffs. I am not going to answer any questions about any personal or private conversations I held backstage. Although, let me make this very clear to you people. If I would stoop to her level, if you think that Dempsey blew her up in these two clips you're going to hear, you can imagine what would happen if I decided to give what she wrote to us. That would be interesting, but I will not pull myself down to that level. She's trying her hardest to throw any and every man, male, whoever at me, and it has failed. And let me tell you this. If she even comes close to even thinking she can succeed at that, I'm going to turn it up 45 notches, and I'm not even at 10 right now, and she can't even handle that. She started all this, bringing stuff out into the public arena, and you're only bringing out 1/3 of the information, if it is even what she says it is a perilous endeavor, and she's learning that the hard way, firsthand. Stay tuned for episode 1. You might think about getting ready to dive under the covers because it is cringy and we're near Halloween. Don't touch that dial after you hear buyer beware.
Let's talk about Let Me See Your Transcript. I'm going to be honest with you. We're beyond repair. Let me see your transcript. The shit that you did, you damn right I will not let your ass speak. And I'm going to, when I was on Dr. Bombay's channel, because you have done some unforgivable shit to me. So if you expect me to be civil with you, you're losing your goddamn mind. Why should I? You don't deserve that from me. You don't deserve for me to be civil with you at all. And I'm not, and I won't. Now, you can sit here and now try to review and reflect on the video in which it stated you were talking about anti-Afro and you wasn't talking about my wife, and you're saying that, you know, I got the video. Listen, you entertain this shit the whole fucking time. You entertain it. You didn't try to correct anybody, Kimberly, Chandler. Kimberly, you didn't try to tell them, you all are wrong for this. Please don't do this. Is this really real, G?
Yes, sir.
Rev G, is that really you?
It's really me. I got a couple of things I want to say if you got time.
Reverend G,
Right after this, I'm
Reverend
gonna
G,
post
listen to me. Reverend G, listen to me. Okay, listen. I'm gonna calm down. Where's the money at? I want to see receipts of where the money is at.
Okay, I will answer that question. If you will answer this question, you constantly state that you're married, right?
Of course I am.
And your wife lives with you in Texas?
Why wouldn't she?
And your wife's name, what's your wife's name?
Why would I tell you my wife's
Whoa,
name?
whoa. First of all, let's not get personal.
See, brother.
Y'all get, no. Listen.
Brother.
You talk about, no.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. See, I said I'm willing to be as civil.
I'm being civil.
Now your punk ass is out of line.
You're talking about my wife.
I did not talk about your wife.
You constantly bring my wife up. You constantly bring my wife up.
Did I ask you about your wife's name?
Happy anniversary, baby. Got you on my mind.
Matter of fact, Glorion, you didn't correct her either. Saying shit about calling somebody's wife. You didn't correct her on that live. A person of value, of with real morals, would have said, I don't think that's necessary, I don't think that's important. Wife has nothing to do with this. Why would you want to do that? But you sat there and co-signed the shit. So fuck you and Glorion. And Glorion, bitch, if you do try to call my wife, I'm guarantee you the response is not going to be what you think. She will curse your ass out or not respond to you. One or the other. It ain't going to be no friendly exchange. I want you to understand that, Glorion. So you can go ahead and do what you want to do. And I don't give a fuck what you know about me. Why don't you just let it out? Because what you're probably wanting, you probably don't want to let it out because it probably only validates who I really am. That's the reason why you don't want to do it. But see, I have info on your ass that basically showcases who you really are, you naughty little girl. But let me see his transcript. Let me tell you this. I really don't have shit to say to you. Don't really want to fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. But my name continues to somewhat come out of your fucking hungry ass mouth all the fucking time. I don't talk about you. I care less. You've taken L's for these motherfuckers you done brought in this fucking sector. You've taken L's for fucking Al. You've taken L's for Carrie Ann. Now you're taking L's for surviving AAS. When you gonna take an L for that fucking weight loss? When is the weight gonna take L's? Since you're taking L's for everybody else, you wanna worry about my shit. It shouldn't even be discussed. Let me see your transcript. Kimberly, you have so much shit going on with you personally. I actually, be honest with you, you have more problems than anybody in this sector legally, and you know it. And you can't even afford legal representation for the shit that you going through. And I know this for a fact. You should be working 2 or 3 jobs right now, trying to make money to pay them fucking legal fees that you have accrued or will accrue for the shit that you going through. You should not be on YouTube doing live streams. You should not be on here trying to pop up in channels. You should be trying to raise some fucking money. You can't sell no ass because nobody want to buy it. I mean, that's what you should be doing. But you worried. You worried about me. You worried about my wife and where the fucking pictures at. You saw them fucking pictures. Even though it ain't her. You sat there silently and didn't say a motherfucking thing. You claim you didn't agree. Why you didn't tell AAS that? You scared of her? You ain't scared of her now? You tell her what's on your mind now?
Please.
The hypocrisy of you motherfuckers like you and Glorion and the ugly Bernice. Y'all motherfuckers are of the same ilk. You're all the same, fucking same, no different. Fuck all of y'all. Y'all all full of shit. Yes, let me see your transcript. History teacher. Fucking ridiculous.